Before we get started with the show, I'd like to thank our sponsors. Our first sponsor is Atmos Planning, financial planners turning visionaries into meaningful millionaires. Our second sponsor of the day is Planet Duct. Reach out to them for any of your air duct cleaning needs. Now, let's get on with the show. Welcome back to the COS Business Podcast, the #1 podcast in Colorado Springs. My name is Andrew Hasley, and I'm the host of the show. Today, we have on John Adams with JC Bradley. Can you tell us a little bit about what your business is?
Yeah, so JC Bradley Menswear, we're an online subscription company. We offer men's ties and socks and bow ties on a subscription basis. All of our products are custom designed. And so with a little bit about the model of the company that I want to create, 20% of our profits actually go to charities to help men. So that's a little bit about us. And
Okay. Yeah, so it's kind of like a social impact business.
Yes, sir. Yeah, in a way, yeah.
Okay, sweet. That's cool. So I can't wait to get more into that in this episode, but first I'm going to roll the intro music and then we'll get started. This is a show where we have real conversations with entrepreneurs and business owners who are mostly in Colorado Springs doing things in the community of Colorado Springs. I just want everyone to be comfortable. All right, sweet. Sweet, man. So that's cool. Okay, so my audio went way out. Mine got really low. All right, so yeah, man. So JC Bradley, you started this business. Are you the founder?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And why did you want to start this business?
Well, I'm an entrepreneur at heart. Menswear, I wouldn't particularly say it was my total passion. I've done a passion business before.
Okay.
And realized that, I don't really want to be doing. It kind of ruined my passion for me. So.
Oh yeah, you got to watch out for that because it can turn into a job.
Exactly. That's exactly what it did.
Okay.
So, one day I was actually trying to get a tie for my best friend's wedding, and I couldn't find anything that wasn't like $60 for just a simple tie. And I was like, man, someone has to have something that's, moderately priced that is available for everyone to be able to dress themselves up. And so I was looking around at like just normal stores around town, and I couldn't find anything like that. So ended up creating it myself and creating an online platform for it to, have a bigger reach with that.
Okay, and the online platform, how's that been going for you?
Well, we're kind of still like in the launching phase.
Okay.
I do other things. It's just kind of a side thing for me. So
I got you.
It got put on the back burner for a while.
Okay.
But we're really, going head first with it and trying to make sure that we make it, a viable platform for people to come and get products that they need.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. And I was just thinking how we had someone on here who recently started a women's clothing line, in its online e-commerce stuff, for like athleisure stuff. And so now we got you on here. We're really rounding it out, So so that's cool. Because I was telling her when she's gonna do some men stuff.
Yeah.
And she was like, yoga pants on men, I don't know.
Yeah, it might be a little tight.
Yeah, exactly. So that's cool, man. So what's that look like? Do you keep an inventory, or are you building that out right now?
Yeah. So we're building it out right now. So the way it works is I have a designer. She designs the ties for me every single month. And they kind of go with the seasonal trends, so you can kind of match the seasons with your colors. And then I have the design manufactured, and then they come to me. I package them up and ship them out.
Okay, sweet. So you do the shipping?
Yes, sir.
Okay,
yep.
sweet.
Yeah,
nice.
as of now. So hopefully we can move on from that.
Do you want to set up like a drop shipping kind of thing?
At first it was kind of going to be something like that, but then I realized, quality control with something like that is not going to be the best. And, with what I wanted to create was something that was very affordable, but the, experience of opening something like that would be really great. And it would feel much more than what you paid for it. So
for sure. Yeah. Packaging is important, I think.
Yeah,
and it's really, look at Apple. I mean, their packaging is beautiful, so so it makes it stand out. I mean, I have all of my Apple boxes from every phone I've got, and I haven't even had an Apple in like 5 years.
Same.
So yeah, because I don't want to throw them away. They're just so nice.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Yeah, so that's a good move, I think. Yeah, and menswear, like kind of formal attire is what you do. And is there anything else about the business? Any challenges that you've had with it?
Challenges, yeah, definitely. Getting the word out, especially with the time we're in COVID times and things like that. Most people aren't going into offices and stuff like that anymore. So getting that word out that, hey, you don't have to go to an office to be dressed up for a day or something. Being dressed up, at least once a week, it changes the way you feel. And it changes the way you portray yourself. So I think that's very important for people to have that sense of self at least once a week.
Yeah, and I like wearing suits. It's not for everyone, but I like the way it feels. Like I don't even care like what other people think, like how I'm wearing a suit or why I'm wearing a suit. Like I like the way it makes me feel. Like it definitely does do that. And it's actually funny. I was at 7-Eleven the other day and I was wearing my suit and this guy came up to me. He's like, "Man, you look like you own a club." And I was like, "Not yet." And then I just seen him again. And he's like, he recognized me from, and I was wearing like sweats and like, like not a suit. And he was like, it's just a whole different look, but he still recognized me.
Yeah.
But it was cool though. Yeah. So I guess I looked like a club owner. Someone the other day told me I look like a pimp. So I don't know.
Right? Ranges you can look like.
Yes, exactly.
Depending on colors and what you choose.
Exactly. So, yeah. Get a purple suit. I really want a purple suit. That'd be nice. Then I'd really
an all white suit. Yeah.
Oh yeah, with the feather in the hat. That'd be nice. Do you guys have that?
No.
All right. I just asked.
But I can get you a tie and a pair of socks to match.
Okay, sweet, man, sweet. So how is that? Like, you have a designer. Like, who do you go to produce the clothes? Who do you go through to produce the clothes?
Yeah, so I just use manufacturers based in China. I try to use U.S.-based manufacturers. The problem with that was costs and with where I want to be with my price structure. Using manufacturers in China, I can also have a handmade tie that is of great quality and still low cost to me and low cost to the end customers as well.
Yeah. And so how does someone go about purchasing some clothing from you?
Yeah. So you can just go to jc-bradley.com. On there, you can see kind of our subscription-based breakdowns. We kind of do month to month, 6-month, and 12-month based subscriptions.
Oh, it's subscription based.
Yes, sir.
Okay, sweet.
And you can choose to mix and match either a bow tie and tie or just a regular tie and tie or just socks if you want. Mm-hmm. And then as you go up in tiers, you get a month off of your tie purchase. So
okay,
yeah.
Is this like a monthly thing that comes if you're on the subscription?
Yep, every month.
Oh, okay, nice. Yeah, that's what's up. Cool. So I know you wanted to talk about a little bit about this expo that you got going on. Yeah. What's up with that?
Yeah, for sure. So with my business, I wanted to do something to give back to men because obviously I'm a man and I face those same challenges. So, and that's kind of the base model of how we operate with giving 20% back to charities that mostly help men. And so when you look at the statistics, almost 600,000 people last year experienced homelessness. 70% of that are men. Or if you look at the suicide statistics, men are 3.7 times more likely to commit suicide than women. And so offering a place that men can come in and learn about life, how to do life a little bit better for themselves, to come in and make themselves just a little bit better each year, is something kind of we wanted to have out there in the marketplace. And so me and Frank Sinclair created the Men's Betterment Expo.
Oh, nice. Okay, yeah. I didn't know you're doing it with Frank.
Yeah,
nice.
Yeah. So Frank's my business coach, and we're doing the Men's Betterment Expo on August 1st at 3 East Comedy Club.
Nice.
And what it is an entire day of learning about life's challenges. So everything from business to finance, relationships, your mental health, fitness, how to take care of all of that. We're going to have a total of 8 speakers.
Nice.
And then that's going to be in the morning. We're going to do a whole morning of speakers. And then in the afternoon, we're going to have businesses come in that service men and offer the products to the men that are in attendance. And after that, it's going to be a long day. So after that, we're going to have a dinner where you can bring your date. So you can bring your spouse and come in and learn about relationships and how to navigate that world with your spouse. And we'll have a dinner, and it'll be kind of like a date night deal. And so it's going to be awesome. We have a lot of good people that are going to be speaking. Frank Sinclair is going to be one of them. Brandon Kirk's going to be one of them. Flip Aguilera is going to be one of them. And then so any ticket sales we do get from that is going directly back to charity. So
Okay.
we're working with Inherent Foundation with Andrew Perkett, and so we're going to be donating all of those ticket sales to his foundation.
Wow,
for
that's
men's mental
awesome.
health.
Which is cool because that's like a foreshadowing for next week's episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Because he's coming on the show.
Yeah.
So that's cool. So make sure you stay tuned to that to learn more about what Andrew does in his foundation and what you do that's going to be helping that. So that's cool, man. That's synchronicity right there.
Yeah, it's awesome because the Inherent Clothier name and the brand is really awesome on what they do. They have a really high end stuff and really comfortable suits and clothing, and so to be able to partner with them and their foundation has been really cool. So
Yeah. And I just want to check something real quick. I see that the audio is coming in over here, but I can't hear myself as loud as I can hear you. Does it sound equal to you guys? Okay, good.
I can hear you.
All right, cool. Just want to make sure because I don't want to have bad audio.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So what's some of the other? You said you're an entrepreneur at heart. What's some of the other entrepreneur things that you've done?
I've run a brick and mortar business called Fathom Forge Auto Works in Texas. We did vehicle wraps for businesses. We did a giant mural inside of a business once.
Okay.
And then so cars, detailing, and kind of cars is my passion. Is kind of what I love. But we realized with running that business how hard it was to balance the two. And eventually we closed that business due to printing issues and.
I was about to say, hopefully not COVID. I'm tired of hearing that.
This was a while ago as well. Yeah, this was back in 2015, 2016.
Okay.
So yeah, it was a while ago, but so I kind of learned a lot about business with that and running an actual brick and mortar. So it let me know, what I kind of wanted to do in business and where I wanted to be. Really, which is really the online space and community space. So
e-commerce kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you're doing that.
Yeah. And now we're launching that,
Yeah.
and so it's gonna be awesome. And then other things that I do, really into real estate. That's kind of one of the passions that I can do and have an actual business out of and actually work. And so, we invest in houses, me and my friends, my buddies here in Colorado and in Texas. And so, we just kind of.
What's that look like?
So it's called, I just choose my name. So I just use John Buys Houses. So
For sure.
We'll just buy houses that are in, disrepair or in bad shape. Give them to people who are, willing to flip them over and turn them into something nice and upgrade the neighborhood. And then, when they sell it, and then we all eventually make a profit of it.
Okay, it's okay. So you partner with someone who can remodel it, and then you guys sell it, and you guys both make a profit.
Yes.
Okay, sweet. That's cool.
Yeah.
I know someone who does that, and I actually work with them for video work stuff.
Oh, nice.
And they're killing it. So
Yeah. We'll have to give a connection.
Yeah,
there.
for sure, man. And so you said that. What was the reason why again that you said that you had to shut the other business down? A lot because it was like messing with your passion, and it was kind of like. But,
Yeah. So it's very time intensive doing detailing and wraps. So an average detail for high quality detail is going to take you like 70 hours for like a concours or something like that.
Oh wow, 70 hours?
Yeah, you're looking even more for like a concours type of detail. You're looking at like 100 hours plus, and so with that and working on a business, learning how to do business all at the same time, I was just a kid out of college, so it's rough on you. And we were outsourcing our printing, so we had a family friend that was helping us out in a nearby city. She was doing something a little bit different, but she had the same large format printers that we needed. And then she eventually didn't want to do printing anymore, and so she closed her business and offered to sell us the printers, but. There's 3 printers and they're $40,000 a piece. So
that's
we're a year and a half out of college. We're like, we can't do that.
For sure.
Yeah.
So what would you say was the biggest things you took away from that business wise? Or life wise?
Yeah, both. I think life wise is learning how to balance the two. Not throwing yourself so far into business and work that you forget about the other things that go on in your life, and that kind of ties back into your mental health and seeing people run themselves ragged and burn themselves out. You hear about YouTuber burnout all the time.
Yeah.
And so, that's kind of the main thing I would say with the life piece. As far as business, I would say the major thing that I learned from that was preparation. And we prepped for a long time, for about 6 months to open that business. And I still think it wasn't enough, because we didn't, foresee everything that we would have to do in that business. And, we didn't foresee the fact that, hey, what if our printer doesn't want to print anymore? What if she wants to, sell her business and do something else?
I think that's part of business, though. Those kind of things you can't really add into your business plan.
Yeah.
You can't really, plan for that, Maybe you can. You can have some contingencies going on.
Yeah. At least a plan to have some revenue set aside to where we can buy our own printers,
And that, but that's part of the business. That's part of business, though, is like learning that, So now though. So
it's a lot better now.
Yeah, that's cool. But that gives you those ideas, and that could be something someone could take away from is just planning for certain things, planning for the unexpected. But also, I'm a firm believer in just going and then figuring things out as I go.
Yeah. And so, if we would have sat and planned forever, we would have had analysis paralysis and never did
exactly.
anything.
Yeah.
But, at some point we had to say, we're going to do this or we're going to just go back and get normal jobs. And so we just said, let's do it. What happens, happens. And we made a good living off of it for a little while, and it was a good experience. So
for sure. Yeah. Did that help you get into the real estate stuff?
Yes and no. Really what helped me get into real estate was just networking.
Okay.
Knowing people who were already in real estate doing big things and that, seeing what they were doing, and wanting to emulate that for myself. Yeah. And so I think networking was kind of the biggest piece.
For sure. And I could see that too, because I've recently learned you don't have to have large capital to get in the real estate. You can find someone who does have large capital and then take percentages. Exactly. If you do the work,
Yeah, exactly. So if you go out and do the work of finding the property, marketing to it, having the seller, sell it to you, you can partner with someone who has the money, and you guys can either split the profit or whatever you guys end up doing with that. Yeah. And that's kind of like the thing that I found that works in real estate for someone trying to get started.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because the money is out there. The partner that I work with in Texas has a $30 million fund.
Okay.
And it's just a normal looking guy that you would see walking down the street, but he's
That's
partnering with a bunch of people, and they trust him, and then I in turn trust him, and he trusts me to find deals, and so we can get that going. So.
Yeah, and that's how it is, man. It's beautiful how that can work, and like how it's basically someone has your money out there and you got to find
it. Yeah.
And anyone can go out and find it, but a lot of people don't believe or think that they can, do something with their life, I guess.
Yeah.
I didn't mean to put it so bluntly, but I meant like do something, go out there and actually make something of themselves. And the opportunities are out there. It's just the limiting beliefs that we all have in our heads that hold us back from actually wanting to go make something happen for ourselves, because I know I made something happen for myself.
Yeah.
And I knew going into it, like just looking back at where I started, and because I seen a video I made like 2.5 years ago, talking to my Facebook friends, be like, "Hey guys, I'm starting this business," and it was just like so. I could just see the innocence, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, there's just so many things I didn't know, but I could just see myself going out there. And I guess what I was getting at is I could put myself back in the shoes that I was in and remember how I didn't actually think that I could do it,
Yeah.
I could see that, and like I remember feeling that, I was just like it's interesting. Yeah.
yeah. You kind of have to like get into it to, take it from faith to fact. And once that first, whatever happens for you, first podcast, first video, you see you can do this, and, it's a viable source of income and a viable business for yourself. And, things can change. And I bet you can, look back at that first video and see how much you've changed from that one to now. So it's crazy.
That was a video about my business. If you go to my first video on YouTube, that's a little worse, like I had a phone in my coat pocket as my microphone, like my old iPhone, still have it somewhere. And that's what I used as my microphone. I styled my hair a little bit, you know, because I learned that, you know, you just don't want to go on camera with any old hairdo. Even you can, I mean, but it does help, you know. It was just funny, like, that video actually is one of my most successful videos.
Wow, really?
Like, just because you can actually go find it. It's so silly.
I want to check this thing out.
Yeah. It's called How to Explain Things Better and Reduce Misunderstandings.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And that's actually a very specific title. So if you type that in, you'll find it.
Yeah.
And it's the reason why it kind of, you know, got some traction is because if you ask that how to explain things better, if you look at my demographic, it's a lot of people in India trying to figure out how to explain things better in English.
Okay.
But I was just saying explain things better, you know.
In general, yeah.
Yeah, and I broke down like the Feynman technique, which is where he's like you really like it's got some information in it too. Wow. And there's a little thing like 2 minutes into it, a surprise for whoever wants to watch it.
Well, I've definitely got to check that out. I definitely need to learn how to explain things better, being an introvert.
No, for sure. And you know, it's funny because I'm explaining it and like I'm stuttering over my words. You know, it's just hilarious. It's almost ironic, but it's interesting though because if you actually get through the me not really knowing how to be on camera or you know like explain things. I mean, I know how to explain things, but you know like not what do they call it? Articulate. Just perform, I guess. And just looking at that, if you get past that a little bit at the beginning, there's actually some really good information in there, and that's why it's also doing well because, you know, it's actually helping people out. Yeah. And so it's actually cool. I get comments on it still to this day of people actually like genuinely having, you know, good comments. By that I mean like saying that it actually helped them. Yeah. And, you know, then I have some sad comments on there. You know, this kid was talking about talking about how, you know, no one understands him, you know, I don't know. But, you know, he was trying to, you know, find some help. Yeah. And he landed on my video. And I hope it cheered him up. I don't know. Because I know I'm kind of a funny guy. Yeah. so yeah, I don't know why I went on that tangent, but I did.
It's all good, man. I'm going to have to check that video out for myself. Yeah.
Do you do any video stuff?
Yeah, I actually do. I have my own YouTube channel too. I do.
I was picking that up. You dropped a few statements that made me think that you did.
Oh, really? Yeah, cool. But yeah, I have my own YouTube channel as well. Just car stuff. It's just silly car stuff that. Yeah. You know, every year we go on a supercar tour through the mountains, and so I film that, and it's really awesome to be able to, you know, have those friends come into town and hang out with them, and just little stuff here and there. You know, going to the racetrack, and it's nothing crazy.
Yeah. Are you guys gonna do a video down in Texas when you go down there?
Maybe, I don't know. It depends on what we get into down there. So
okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be meeting up with some of those guys down there, and so yeah, it all depends. Maybe.
What's your channel, if you don't mind?
Yeah, so my YouTube channel is called Vehicular Overdrive.
Vehicular Overdrive. Yeah. Okay, sweet. Yeah. I'd like to promote that. You know, just go subscribe.
Yeah, please do. If you want to see me monkey around with cars in a weird, awkward way.
Nice. Awesome. That sounds good, man. So with this business, JC Bradley, right?
Yes, sir.
Where do you want to go with it? What is success? Like if we talk about 12 months from now, what does success look like for you with this business?
Well, I don't know about 12 months from now, but I have mapped out 3 years from now and kind of where I want to be with that. And I've kind of centered it around how much I'm able to give back. And so I want to be able to give back $1 million a year to charities that help men and men's issues and homelessness, suicide, things that happen in the world. And so that's kind of my end goal with it, to you know, have it be something that can give back, help people, and you know, help me as well with growing through it, you know. And with that, the Men's Betterment Expo, you know, for the first run, I think our limited capacity is 150 people. But eventually I want it to be something huge where, you know, we have 500 to 1,000 people there learning about how to be men and how to go through life and navigate that. And,
well, I think Marcus could probably help you out on that. Yeah. And speaking of plugging things, he has an event on July 17th, right? July 17th in Loveland. It's called the People's Tiny House Fest. I did notice last time I shouted out, I said it's called the Tiny House Festival, but it's called the People's Tiny House Festival. And you know, he brings a lot of people coming out there, and you know, like people coming all the way from different all across the world, right? Yeah,
Wow.
and it's a pretty big event. You know, like they average out like 30,000 people.
Wow.
Probably expecting more this year because it's people want to get out again. You know,
Yeah,
they weren't able
yeah.
to get out last year. It's so maybe you guys could talk and maybe he could help you out with that.
Yeah, definitely. I'll talk about that, and I want to learn a little bit more about that. That
People's
event.
Tiny House Fest, yeah.
So what's going on with that?
Yeah, go get some tickets, guys.
For sure.
And yeah, so I guess we could start wrapping this up. Is there anything specific that you want to promote? When is that expo?
Yeah, so the Men's Betterment Expo is August 1st at 3 East Comedy Club, 9 a.m. You can get tickets online at Eventbrite or check us out on the Facebook page, the Men's Betterment Expo. And you can also, actually, we're going to try and live stream it as well. So you can buy live stream tickets as well and help us, try to get to that goal. Our end goal is to try and donate $5,000 from it. And so we'll see how we do with that.
Okay, sweet, man. Yeah. Well, awesome, man. It was great getting to know you better, and thanks for coming on the show, and thank you for everything you do. And I love your business and what you got going on, and I wish you much success with it, man.
Yeah, thank you, Andrew. I appreciate you having me on, man. It's been a pleasure to be able to come on here. I've been seeing all the great people that have come on the show and talk about what they got going on. So
for
sure, it's an honor.
Awesome, man. Well, sweet. Well, we'll start wrapping this up, and I guess we'll say bye-bye.
All right.
Sometimes I don't know how to end it, so I just do what I do.
Yeah.
I only wear that for the show, by the way. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I had a lot of talking in this one. Sometimes I'm not as talkative. Sometimes I'm